Hi, I've spent years in the cockpit. Let me help you see flying the way pilots do, steady and safe. Today I want to say a few words about pilot training. I understand that flying can sometimes make people anxious, so allow me to offer some comforting words about the skill and training of the pilots flying the airplane you're on. Operating a pilot of an airliner is a lot more involved than getting a job working in the shoe department of a retail store. I know this because I used to work in the shoe department of a retail store known as Macy's in New York City. It was a long time ago. The reality is it takes years of study and endless practice and successful passing of a series of examinations, coupled with accumulating hundreds if not thousands of flight hours before even being considered for a position in the cockpit. Every airline pilot that gets selected already comes in with a certain level of experience and has demonstrated an acceptable level of in-flight competence and overall suitability to the satisfaction of a prospective employer. Once employed, that pilot will begin a course of intensive initial training, learning to fly a designated aircraft, whatever it is, the way that particular airline wants them to fly it. But it doesn't stop there. What some people might call a periodic review, the airlines conduct mandatory recurrent training to ensure the flight crews are up to speed on safety procedures and overall competence needed to operate complex aircraft. This is a rigorous program of recertification that will be required throughout a pilot's entire career. By law and airline policy, at least once a year, sometimes more frequently, pilots will receive classroom instruction and then perform designated tasks in a flight simulator made exactly to mirror the actual aircraft, which is the cockpit, that they're assigned to, just to demonstrate their flying skills. In the simulator sessions, which can last up to 6 hours each, pilots are tested and trained on everything from normal and routine procedures to system failures, along with rare emergencies and challenging weather conditions that can happen. During this recurrent training, pilots must demonstrate certain levels of skill and the ability to make prudent decisions under the worst of circumstances. Such training is designed to be challenging and stressful, to give a real-world feel of the environment a flight crew member may find themselves in. In addition, pilots also receive extensive instruction in handling engine malfunctions, wind shear, change of wind shear avoidance, low visibility conditions, crew resource management for leadership and decision making, emergency evacuations, rejected takeoffs, executing instrument approaches, and missed approaches when a safe landing can't be assured, manual manipulation of the flight controls when the autopilot is unavailable, and a myriad of other possible areas of difficulty. Everything is fair game, and successful completion requires lots of study and practice well before the training event itself. You need to do this to keep your job. In short, it's a program of lifelong learning. Everything changes though. You got new aircraft, new technology, new procedures, and pilots must evolve too. So from the first day of flight school to the end of a career, we never stop learning, regardless of how long we've been in the air. So when you see your flight crew, know that they are not only experienced, but they're also current and constantly improving. Like I said, the training never stops. Even though I was about to retire in a few weeks after having over 30 years in the cockpit, I still had to do recurrent training when the time came, just like everyone else. Hey, if you're still a little uneasy about flying, I've got something that will help. Grab my free Nervous Flyer Survival Guide. You can get it right now using the link in the description below. Remember, the more you know, the calmer you fly. See you next time.